So let's start out, Fernando. Thanks for joining us today. It's been quite a trial. I mean, you've been right in the heart of the virus of Italy, quite close to Bergamo, and obviously you've had a lockdown that's extended for quite some time. Talk us through life outline this year.
Well, I personally, I live in Bergamo, so I'm extremely affected by this situation. But I think everybody knows that Italy has been seriously affected by this COVID-19 virus. And by the way, Outline is based in one of the most affected regions, not only in Italy, but in the entire world. And this obviously affected our day-to-day life and business. And as outlined, most of our departments are actually closed by national decree. Just a few of them are still on operative to fulfill some orders arrived before or programmed before this closure happened. Apart from this, myself and some of us from other departments are doing smart working, mainly to keep on communication and relationship with different partners around the world. But this is it.
Let's talk about your job role before we go into things. You were hired just over 2 years ago, Fernando, as the Newton specialist. What's a Newton specialist?
Well, as far as the Newton is concerned, I'm taking care of a lot of different things. I'm also a product manager from the Newton, so I do take care about the development program and the different updates. I'm taking care about the marketing of this specific product. I'm also taking care about keeping relation with key customers around the world. So basically, I do collect information from different parts of the world, and I turn them into future developments for this specific product.
I can only imagine, and maybe you can verify this for me, Fernando, that when times are normal before the virus, as you're marketing Newton and keeping in contact with the companies such as distributors, as rental companies, production houses, you have to educate the market. I guess you're flying out to key customers, helping them, promoting it. That's stopped. How have you got around that in the meantime?
Well, this was one thing I did a lot on the very first 2 years. So Newton came out at the end of 2017. And for 2 years, I was traveling everywhere around the world to make people get in touch with the Newton and the dashboard and the technology we were proposing. But the last year, it was not necessary to do it as much as the very first 2 years. So actually, we do have some partners and key customers around the world that help us in this. So it's not mandatory that I need to travel and to fly everywhere around the world. We can use the support of our partners around the world. The last 3 weeks, we were working on some webinars. In fact, to me at the moment, the most challenging thing right now is to take advantage about this period. So this virus affected a lot of countries everywhere. And in most of these countries, lockdown strategy has been decided by meaning that the people must stay in their homes, but with some free available time that they can use to improve or to study on some specific topics. What we think is, why don't get advantage of this situation? And in fact, we are preparing this webinar, a series of webinars based on our products and technologies to provide people the chance to improve their knowledge on Outline and our solutions.
Obviously, you say you're in Bergamo. It's the heart of COVID-19 in Italy, pretty much. You had some terrible figures there. My sympathies to you. I know it's important to keep safe and stay indoors, but it must be having an effect on you and your family, just being stuck in all the time and no human interaction.
Yeah, that's it. It's a very challenging period, this. But at the same time, we do understand that this is the moment to push, to work. So we had the chance to do it by doing some smart working and most of the company is dealing with the work in this kind of way.
I guess Zoom like this, clear communications from Mr. Biffy, no doubt, and Michaela.
Yeah. Well, also, as I said, some of us are doing some smart working, and so Biffy is also doing the same thing. But I'm pretty sure he's also taking care about his garden and his things, his private things.
It's springtime, why not? You know, if you can.
It's springtime. The gardens are wow, and it's hot.
What's the future? Is there an end to this lockdown, do you think? Are you going to be able to get out soon and return to normal working practices?
This is a good question. I think the summer will be compromised somehow. But to understand, to really understand this, where are we going? I think that we will need first to think and reflect about the damage to our business, but in the same time, we will need to morph and adapt our business. So I think this is going to be the key to guarantee a healthy future. And in fact, we are already discussing and starting some strategies by keeping this in mind. There's not too much to say because discussions are on, but let me say that everybody knows that Italians are good in the get up and rise game. So yes, this is going to be a very challenging future, but we are positive and we are ready for that.
Well, we look forward to seeing you out of a Zoom room and in a real world scenario, whether it's in Flero or
through the Zoom or through a video conversation. Yeah.
But as I say, I mean, the main thing is stay well. You are doing a great job of that, looking after your family, and hopefully we'll start to come out of the shadows.
Stay safe and healthy, as you say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much, Richard.
No, thank you for your time. Really enjoyed talking to you, Fernando.
Okay, really enjoyed it too. Thank you.